I think I might have to go to the gas station after this and try and find maybe a peach Snapple and some of those peach rings. Maybe this isn't going to be good for my diet. Hey friends! Welcome back to Tony Tutorials. Today, as you can tell by the title, I am going to be doing something really exciting. I know I just reviewed the I Want Candy collection and bought it, but shortly after that happened, I found out that Too Faced came out with this Just Peachy palette. It looked beautiful. I started watching reviews, one especially from Lola Liner. I was like, I have to buy it. She's so beautiful, her eye look was so beautiful, her accent while she was describing it. So I ended up going out and purchasing it today. It comes in this box like this. I was confused because I'd seen it like this way, but yes, it's called Just Peachy Mattes. They do have a palette in their permanent collection called the Sweet Peach palette, and it's different than this one. The Sweet Peach palette has a lot more shades, it has a lot more shimmers, it has a lot more cool toned colors, a lot less peaches. This palette is what everyone's peach dreams are made of. So it's kind of this like plasticky packaging. So it's different from that candy one that was like tin. It's super pretty. It has this peach detail right here. When you open it up, I mean, if you like peach colors, you're in for a treat, especially because it smells like peaches. It does kind of have like a soury smell. I've heard people said it smells like rotten peaches, but I think it still smells good. It's like a synthetic peach. Look at all those beautiful colors. I'll give you a look up close. They are just so beautiful, so unique. But I'll show you guys some swatches and I will do this little eye look for you, which I'm digging. Also, you guys, I brought my A game today. I am wearing my only peach shirt that I own, and I am wearing the peach cat ears. My fingernails have peachy, creamy vibes. How much more peach could I get? The answer is none more peach. If you know what movie I'm referencing, then comment down below. So let's get into the swatches, you guys. Okay, so the first color I'm going to swatch on the first row is Peach Meringue. And it's kind of this pale color. This one is right underneath it, and this one is Peach Butter. I put those two by each other so you could kind of see the difference. So this one's more pinky toned, this one's more yellow toned. But I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of the first row. This one is Peach Tea. It is so pretty. It looks like a peach Snapple, and it's making me want one. I haven't had a Snapple since I was like 13. This one is a Peach Cobbler. Oh, you guys. These are so pretty, so buttery. So impressed. The next one is Peach Tart, and it's kind of just like a chocolatey brown. That's Peach Tart. The first one on the second row is Peach Butter. Next one is Just Peachy. This is such a beautiful transition shade. So pretty. I love the warm tones. The next one is Peach Punch. Kind of a more neon color of peach. The next one is Just Right, and this one's kind of more like a plummy shade. Plummy, but has like red tones too, so it's more maybe like a brick shade. I'm gonna wipe this off and start again because my arm just isn't big enough. Okay, the first one on the last row is Peaches and Cream, and this is a really pretty transition shade too. It's a little more yellow, I would say, than Just Peachy. Just Peachy has a little more pink. This next one is Fresh Picked, and I've heard a lot of people complaining that Fresh Picked and Peach Cobbler are really similar, and I do have to agree. Fresh Picked is like a lighter shade of Peach Cobbler, but it's a shade I really like, so I think I'm okay with it. This next one is Peach Sangria, and this one is kind of like a wine color, and I would describe this one more of like a satin. Oh my gosh, look how pigmented that is with just one swipe. Oh, it's so delicious. It has like a kind of a pink sheen to it. And then the last one is chocolate dipped, and this is probably the most cool toned shade in the palette. It's more like a dark chocolate color, but still so beautiful. I used it as eyeliner on my eyes for this look. So yeah, those are the colors. And yeah, the smell, I'm liking it. Let's go ahead and I'll show you how I got this look, and then I'll give you my final thoughts on this palette. Okay, so to begin with, I think I'm going to take this peachy pink color. It is Peach Butter, and I'm going to apply that all over my lid to my brow bone. And these already feel so smooth and very buttery. I've heard mixed reviews a little bit. I've heard that they're kind of powdery and have a hard time blending. And then I've heard other people say they're amazing. So I'm hoping for the latter because I love the colors in this palette. Okay, so I'm gonna go and use Peach Tea right here as a transition shade. It was so hard for me to decide. It's like trying to decide a favorite child. Like, it's just impossible to choose which colors to use. And oh yeah, that is so pretty. They're not too like overpoweringly pigmented, but they're definitely buildable, which is what I found with the I Want Candy palette, which I really like. Oh my gosh. Love, love, love so far. Next, I think I'm going to take this Peach Punch color. Oh my gosh. That is such a unique, fun punch of color. They did it right, calling it Peach Punch. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. And I don't know what the person who said they were a mess was meaning, because they are a dream. This and the I Want Candy palettes are my first Too Faced palettes, and I can say so far that I am really impressed. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with Peach Meringue, that yellowy color, and kind of tap it on my lid. I do want my lid to be lighter, so it has more of like a gradient effect. Oh my gosh. My eyeballs look like peaches and cream. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with that darker color. These two look really similar, but I want to go in with this darker color, Peach Cobbler. And I'm going to put that on the outer corner of my eye with kind of a more tapered blending brush. This is so pretty. I'm obsessed, you guys. So far, I'm giving it a 10. First impressions got me thrilled. I'm going to bring that in the center of the eyeball too to kind of give it that halo effect. And I still want to darken out that outer area, so I'm going to take a denser brush, and I think I am going to use Peach Tart. Oh, okay. These Too Faced shadows, it's like they don't pack on way too much pigment that it's hard to work with, but they do have a lot of pigment and they're so easily blendable. I don't know. I might be a Too Faced fan from now on. These might be some of my favorite shadows I've ever worked with after having that candy palette and playing with it for a few days. If you have blue eyes, that just makes it pop. But I bet if you had brown eyes, it would just make them look like caramel. And if you know me, you know how I like to just keep layering it on. So I'm going to go back in with Peach Meringue. Maybe I'll mix these two actually. I'm just going to put that back on my lid to keep my lid nice and light. Pretty thrilled about this purchase. For my lower lash line, I want to keep it pretty peachy. I think I'm going to go in with Peach Punch. Well, no, I'm going to go in with just Peachy first. That on my lower lash line. Then I'm going to go in with Peach Punch, but I'm going to kind of stay away from the inner third of my eye with that same pencil brush. Next, I'm going to take this small definer brush and go in with Peach Tart, that kind of chocolatey brown color, and I'm going to put that on the outer 3/4 of my eye, but just keep it nice and tight up there. And then I'm going to go back in and just kind of smoke that out a little bit more with that pencil brush again. And that is so pretty. So next I'm going to go in again with that small definer brush, and I'm going to take the color Chocolate Dipped, and it's the darkest color in the palette. It's the most cool toned color, and I am going to dip my definer brush in that, and then I'm going to just kind of use it as eyeliner. Okay, that one did have a tiny bit of fallout, but nothing like I was seeing in the one video I watched. So maybe she got like a faulty palette or something. I love using eyeshadows as eyeliners. I'm gonna put that right in my waterline as well. Like a little peachy smoky eye effect. Look at that, and that's without mascara or lashes. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my mascara and lashes on, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I popped on a little bit of powder right here to kind of carve out my contour. I popped on some lashes and did my mascara, so I'm gonna go ahead and put some blush and highlight on real quick. So I'm going to use Pink Swoon from MAC to just give it that punchy, natural pop on my cheeks. When I first started using this blush, it scared me, but because it's hot pink. But it really is such a beautiful, natural color. Then I'm going to go ahead and take my I Want Candy Too Faced highlighter to highlight. And the way I like to use this is just to apply it to my beauty sponge. This one is dirty. And then just pop it right there on the tops of my cheekbones. Oh, and it smells like peaches and cream on my face. Alright. Just making sure that was all blended in. And then I'm going to take a stippling brush and go ahead and dust that powder off and pull out my earring while I do it. Just blend any of the bronzer or anything like that so I don't have any harsh lines. I'm going to highlight the center of my nose with my Sleek palette, that lightest color, and this teeny tiny brush. And I'm going to go ahead and pop that Sleek palette right there on my brow bone. I hope this isn't cheating. That in the inner corner of my eyes. You could always use that lightest shade in the peach palette for that step as well. In fact, I kind of want an all matte look, so I'm actually going to kind of like diffuse that with one of these matte colors. So I'm going to go ahead and take peach butter. It's like the pinkier toned peach, and I'm going to pop that over top of where I just applied that highlight, because I do want it to be more of a matte look. Since it kind of went into my eye look, I'm going to take my blending brush and just make sure it's all blended up here. I might even take a little tiny bit of that just peachy color and diffuse it. So I'm all about that layering. And then I'm going to set it with my favorite setting spray, which is the All Nighter. They did have a setting spray in the peach collection. It was like a matte one. I'm not sure if this is a matte finish, but matte kind of scares me because I do like a luminous look. But it would be interesting to try. I heard it smells really good. Then you gotta fan it till it's dry. Fan it, fan it, fan it. Millions of peaches. And then I'm just gonna go for like a nude lip, so I'm just gonna use my Grand Lips. This is my favorite lip stuff because it makes my lips look nice and plump. And this is the pale pink color. So that is the finished look. It looked so stunning on her, and I felt like I had to go out and buy it just because it's so unique. Like, they're kind of neutral colors, but they're not too neutral where you feel like you already have all of them already. I'm going to be playing with this a ton because I love warm tones, but I really don't have anything like this in my collection at all. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and then I would love it if you would subscribe. I will leave a little face of my bubble. I can never remember what side it is. I'm sorry. I'm always pointing to the wrong side. So I will leave a little bubble of my face, and you guys can click on that, and then you can subscribe. If you're curious about the I Want Candy collection, go check it out. I did it a couple of videos ago, so I kind of go over my first impressions on that too. So thank you guys so much for watching. Do not forget that it's okay to be confident. It is okay to be real, and you are beautiful. See ya. Okay, you guys, so final thoughts on this Just Peachy matte palette is I am so impressed with it. The colors are all very unique. Even though they are warm tones, they still have that peachy shift to them. So even though I have some that are maybe somewhat similar in my collection already, they do have more of a peachy tone to them somehow. I love the way that they blend. They're very pigmented, but they're kind of foolproof. I took some of these darker colors to put on my outer corner, and they just were so easy to work with. They just, I don't know, with a lot of dark colors, it's like, oh my gosh, I got too much, or oh, I didn't get enough, but it's like that perfect amount that goes on your lid. It's beautiful, and I found that with the I Want Candy palette as well. So I have never bought any Too Faced eyeshadows before, but I gotta say that they're probably like my favorite formula right now. Like, I'm really impressed. Love, love, love it. I would give it a 10. I would say if you're on the fence about it, to go and get it. I'm not sure if this is a limited edition line or if it's going to be permanent. I think that Too Faced kind of likes to keep that a secret so that the hype will make people go out and buy it, which I can't blame them. They are trying to make money. I'm totally not sponsored by Too Faced. I just saw the I Want Candy collection, and I love candy, and I loved the colors in that collection and got those, and then I saw this on Lola Liner, and it looked so stunning on her, and I felt like I had to go out and buy it just because it's so unique. Like, they're kind of neutral colors, but they're not too neutral where you feel like you already have all of them already. I'm going to be playing with this a ton because I love warm tones, but I really don't have anything like this in my collection at all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and then I would love it if you would subscribe. So I will leave a little bubble of my face, and you guys can click on that, and then you can subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do not forget that it's okay to be confident. It is okay to be real, and you are beautiful. See ya. Millions of peaches, peaches for free. Millions of peaches, peaches for me.